Hi, welcome to another Holy How-To. Today I'm going to show you how I did the chipped rock facing on the boards for the ruined Temple City of Sigmar table for Holy Havoc. That's going to be at Holy Havoc this November. Graham Bennett on Twitter asked me to do a video of this, so I figured I'd knock one of these out real quick and show you since it's a real simple technique. If you follow me on Twitter at HolyHammerHearn, you'll know what these are. These are the platforms that are going to represent the foundation of the Venice-like city that the ruined temple board will be. I have I have 6 of these smaller blocks. Okay, these are 1-inch high, 4x4, and then I have some 2-inch high 4x4s. And what the idea is, and then I have this larger panel which is 11 by 17, and these are 2 inches high. The concept behind the board is to make it so that the board can be mixed up. The layout, the configuration can be changed to give us a lot of different play options. This camera angle isn't going to show you the depth, and I apologize for that. I'm still working out how to deal with some of my camera issues. Okay, so I'm trying to get better at it. Bear with me. Some of you who also follow me on Twitter realize that I had a major accident. No, I am not flipping you the bird. I sliced through my finger pretty significantly this week, cutting the boards for this project, and I did it using this blade, okay, and my T-square. So word of caution, be very careful, move slowly. I have many years experience doing this, and it was probably, I'll be honest with you, getting lazy, okay? So be careful when using a blade, especially when you're cutting something and it just slipped right off the T-square and went right across the finger, so ouch. Anyway, so let's get to it. So the board, the blocks, these blocks are just basic foam blocks. You can get these on Amazon already pre-cut. That was a key for this project. I wanted the blocks to be pre-cut so it could just be all lined up and be real down and dirty simple. I could have got the high density pink foam or blue foam from Lowe's or Home Depot or Menards, but this time I didn't do that. I went with the cheaper styrofoam. And the reason being was that it was all pre-cut, and I got those off of Amazon for a really good price, much cheaper than buying the high density foam. But what I realized was that I wasn't going to be able to just use this foam, even if I did use the Magic Coat, which is a kind of it's a coating, or you could also use PVA. You could use Mod Podge. It still wouldn't have been durable enough to just go without any type of covering, so I went with those boards, and I've already shown you a video on some of those boards. But what specifically Graham was looking for was to see how I did this. Okay, so let me make sure I have got it. Boy, my light is really hot, and I apologize for that. Let me see if I can bring it up so it's not so bad. And it's a little bit better, not much, but a little bit. So here, let me turn off my. Actually, let me see if I can get this in. There you go. Okay, so it's this stuff here, this technique, this texture here. Okay, so all this cool chipping and stuff. Now, these boards that I'm using, they're just boards you can buy at Blick. Like I said, they're basically it's a presentation board or a mat board, and what the chipping technique I use, it's just basically carving it with a blade. All right, real down and dirty simple. So we'll take this edge here as an example. Okay, so I don't really have a good chipping effect happening here. I mean, there's some, okay, but nothing too dramatic. So let me just show you how I do that. Okay, so what you're going to do is just basically, it's just like whittling, like when you were a kid. Okay. The key is to make sure you have a really sharp blade, and I'm not 100% sure I do. So I might have an epic fail here, or I might, succeed. So let's see how sharp the blade is. Proceed with caution, obviously. You don't want to slice your fingers again, So basically, it's just taking it and going down and using the blade, and it's just like whittling. When you were, if you were a scout or if you ever whittled with a pocket knife, you'll know this technique very well. Okay, and you can just take it at about a 45-degree angle on the edge of the board, and it creates this cool rock edge. There you go. And it basically looks like it's been chiseled, right? It gives it a really cool effect. Okay. Now for this area here, where you see there's this slight indentation there to make it look like the brick is cut in around those mortar lines, it's 2 V cuts. Now this particular piece I already did. So let's take a look if I have something here that I could do a V cut on. Yeah, I do right up here. So where these 2 bricks meet, okay, let me get that in camera for you. 2 bricks meet, I simply take my blade at a 45 and I cut like this, and then I cut like this into there, and there I have that little notch. See that? Real simple, okay? Here, I'll do it again on this side. So I just do a little notch here, and then a little notch here. And sometimes when your blade starts to get dull, you'll notice that it's not cutting all the way. So now I have to go through there again. And there we go. All right? So that's a really, really easy, fast way to create a stone look when you're using these boards. When you're not doing that, essentially what it looks like is you've got these perfect corners, and instead of looking like stone facing, it's just going to look like a box. You know, it's going to look like okay, exactly what it is. It's just a board, and you don't want that. You know, you're trying to create a feeling of realism. I'm trying to create a feeling of an ancient structure, an ancient city that's been around for a long time and has seen a lot of death and destruction in the Age of Sigmar. And so you want to weather it. You want to chip it away. And the other cool thing that I liked about this and the results, okay, this here is where these tiles here are going to be the marble tiles. So these tiles were laid by artisans, right? So these have a little bit more finished quality on the edges, right? Where this foundation, these big, larger blocks were chipped and brought in as big, huge stones to support the city that is this ancient city that is on this river or water lake. I don't know. Anyway, that's that. I hope you find this helpful. You can see here how this has taken a different shape now, and it's been chiseled away to look more like a rock. All right. Well, excuse me. Good luck in all your projects, and I hope you found this one helpful. And I am planning to do the painting video. I just wanted to get all of these prepped, and I'm going to do a more extensive painting video and show you exactly how I paint this, and that'll be coming up real soon. Should start seeing that, start painting these next week. So I'll see you later, and good luck in all your hobby projects.